Good morning, dosto. This is Anjana from TV1 Canada. We are here at 6465 Mill Creek Drive. Today we are here to cover the campaign of Miss Neena Tangri, the MPP candidate for the Conservative Party. We're going to meet with her, we're going to meet with the supporters and some of her volunteers just to know what she has in mind for our common man, what she can do better and what she can't do better. It's been high time, people are waiting for a change, and change which should be for good and it should be welcome. So come ahead, let's go and talk to Neena and some of her volunteers. चलिए दोस्तों, अंदर चल के देखते हैं कितनी एक्साइटमेंट है, कहाँ लोग हैं और क्या हो रहा है। और थोड़ी देर के बाद अब हम नीना से बातचीत करेंगे और पता करते हैं कि और क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं जो आज दिन में देखते हैं। चलिए आइए मेरे साथ। चलिए अब थोड़ी सी मुलाकात करते हैं नीना के साथ और पता करते हैं इनके व्यूज़ और इनके डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन आज उनके कैंपेन में क्या हो रहा है। वी हैव ऑल द सपोर्टर्स, वी हैव नीना एंड वी हैव मिस्टर ब्रैड विद अस। सो जस्ट स्टार्टिंग विद नीना। हाय नीना।
Good morning. I'd like to say hello to the listeners out there at TV1.
It's nice to have you here. Just wanted to see there's so much of excitement, so much of enthusiasm around. What is on your agenda today for your campaign?
Well, today, this morning, we're actually having our campaign launch. So we're having a lot of people, a lot of volunteers, a lot of friends, and a lot of dignitaries here to join us. And it's just going to be a great time on this campaign. And make sure you get out to vote on June 12th.
That's great. What are some manifestations or what is the common man really looking for from this campaign of yours?
I think what the people need to see, they want to make sure that when they work very hard and their hard-earned taxpayers' dollars, they're being used wisely. Unfortunately, with the Liberal government that we've had over the last 11 years, that hasn't happened. So what we want to do, we want to get in there, we want to almost clean house. We want to make sure that your taxpayers' dollars are really used efficiently, wisely, so that we can have the healthcare and the education that we need for our families.
Yeah, just wanted a little curious. I know you are from England and you've been in Canada for lots of years and Mississauga. It has been always intriguing. Why Canada and why Mississauga?
I actually visited Canada when I was 15 years old, and I really liked it here. And I went back home and said to my mom, I think I'm going to move there. So when my husband came to England to visit his brother, someone introduced us and we hit it off. Next thing I knew, we were married and I was living in Canada. That was 30 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome. So that means this place really took on you. I also know that you've been in the board of directors for the Credit Valley Hospital. So being with that background, do you think the common man can look for good health reforms or something coming up and you're going to be in the elections this time?
Very much so. I spent 6 years as a board of director at the Credit Valley Hospital. That was a huge learning process for me, and it gave me an understanding of how healthcare worked, what the needs of the community were, because that is a community hospital. And I learned so much, and that allowed me to take back to the government what the community needs and vice versa. So an understanding of how healthcare works. Unfortunately, what we have today is we have a bloated bureaucracy and not enough being invested in the front lines. We want to make sure we have enough nurses, doctors for the patients out there, and hopefully reduce emergency wait times, because a few hours in the emergency room can be a life and death situation, and we can't have that.
Yeah, I do agree to it. Also, something to, for the new immigrants, the jobs. Of late, I've been hearing the students, they are not even able to get the summer jobs. So looking at the whole scenario for the immigrants, for the students, for the upcoming families, anything you really have a special message where you can say, okay, this is on top of my agenda, this I would do right away, and maybe 3 months down the lane, once elected, this is what I would do. So something in a stage-wise do you have planned up?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest problems we face today is too much red tape. It's very difficult for students. They want to get a degree, they want to go to college, get a diploma. One of the big problems that they face today is that once they've done all of that, what they've learned in college is not practical in the workforce. So we're working with employers and with colleges and universities to make sure we match those programs to what the employers are looking for, what we need in society. So I think that's one of the first things that we will do when we form government.
Any USPs? What's really is your USP, I would say, compared to your counterparts?
Sorry, USP is?
Could be a unique selling point, really, sorry. I mean, it's something, where everybody says, okay, this is something what the other person also committed and it's the same commitment. So something really unique, you have to tell your province people that, okay, this is what I'm going to do for your province and this is where I'm moving out and moving over the edge and doing it for you.
Absolutely. Well, our what we want to do in this showing our platform is our Million Jobs Plan. It's very important. Everybody, the best social program we can have in this province and in this country is a job. If more people are working, more people are paying taxes, there's more money in the system to allow us to have the money ready for the frontline healthcare, education, the programs we desperately need. So what we want to do is to get people to work. We want to make sure that we create the environment for businesses to want to be in Ontario. We want to make sure that we keep the businesses here, that they're not looking elsewhere to take their plants. We've lost over 300,000 manufacturing jobs, which is extremely sad. Just a few days ago I was at Unilever, and not at Unilever, but I knocked on the door of a lady who worked at Unilever, and she was crying and saying she'd worked there for 28 years, extremely sad, and she says, I'm too young to go on pension and I'm too old to get a new job. What am I going to do? And that's just one story of many stories that we're hearing every day, and we have to help create the environment to make sure all businesses say Ontario is the place I want to be.
Perfect. I think it's a great idea and a great thought. As a woman, I'm a woman, you're a woman, something special you have for the woman in your agenda or your manifestation that you said, okay, this is something I want to keep aside just for the woman, something like a soft part of it?
Well, you know, as a woman, I understand what it's like to raise a family, and I love Ontario. I love Mississauga. It's a great place to raise your family. Having said that, I mean, I'm here for all Ontarians. I'm here for all the people of Mississauga, not just women, not just men, not just children, but for everybody. We have to make sure that we have the right agenda that suits everybody. Families can make choices. You know, if it's the right thing to have one spouse stay at home, we have to encourage that. That's okay. If the woman wants to work outside the work, that's absolutely fine too.
What's your biggest inspiration? What really inspires you?
I'm just very passionate about this province. I just, like I said, Canada is the place I chose as my home. I love it here. I want to stay here, and I think it's a great place to raise your family. It's safe, and we have to just make sure people are comfortable and welcome. And I just want to make it a better place to live. And the only way we can do that is we know we have a good plan to make sure people are working, so that we have great social programs like health and education.
I know, I mean, I would say, for you to reach at this stage, it has to be the support of the family, couldn't do without it. And we have women who really aspire to come up to a position like yours, and it's really encourageable. I would say it's awesome to see a woman like you coming up and doing this. Something what you would want to tell the woman everywhere, just, okay, you may have limitations, you may have liabilities and other things at home. You really have something to tell them that, okay, move out and come forward?
Absolutely, I encourage everybody to get involved, and this is your city, your country, your province. Everyone can make a difference. There are many levels of differences you can make, whether it's just coming out and volunteering for one day, whether it's running like I am, or a woman can be the next prime minister. Who knows? Like there's no limit to what a woman can do in this country, and we have to encourage more people to come out and take part. And like I said, there are different levels that people can take part in, and I encourage everybody to do so.
I believe sky is the limit, no doubt about it. Finally, at the end, anything special for our viewers? Of course, definitely I'm looking at the excitement, enthusiasm all around with your supporters and your volunteers. But definitely, last thing which you would want to tell our viewers before we go and meet all your supporters and volunteers.
Absolutely. No. All I say is that when you decide how you're going to vote on June 12th, make an informed choice. Take a look at our Million Jobs plan. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And just be aware of what's going on. Unfortunately, our province has gone down desperately over the last 11 years. The time's for change. It's time to come around. It's time to make province the economic engine of Canada again. Ontario is great, and it will be great again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and wish you all the luck. And we're looking forward for a great morning with the others. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.